I'm watching 1 hour ago. So apparently today, Luce Cannon is in the feds. All right, so prior to all this shit, just rewind. Fetty Wap, rewind real quick. You know what I'm saying? So put yourself in this position. You're locked in a cell, a concrete cell, concrete steel bars cell with federal inmates, with criminals. Okay? Whether or not you're used to this environment, erase that. You're locked in a cell, confined, so you're allowed this opportunity to speak on the phone. You call fucking Remo at No Jumper and start just... You gotta be kidding me, bro. I was on live for a fucking hour, bro, right before this. Like, bro, so again, that's why I made the title of this video. And you can say what you want about my speech right now. But however, yo, what does it say about our society and like the state of people, right? Think outside yourself, right? Whatever you think in your, these constraints. I'm going to keep going back to this. These constraints, and, that's not a negative connotation, but like these constants, let's say, that's a better euphemism. So these constants in your life, right? That you are just concrete on, right? There might be some sub-layer to it where you're uncertain, but you know what I'm saying? As far as what's been demonstrated, this is what is certain, right? Imagine you're in a concrete fucking box with steel cages enclosing you. Someone opens it, lets you out to go talk to a phone. The first people you call is Remo at No Jumper. Like, what? Because to speak and still speaking about the same shit. Like, you got to be fucking kidding me, bro. So these people are literally going on the internet and just... So what does that say about the individual psyche right now? Like that, see, all this shit that everyone's like freaking out about, that's like a first, like, initial getting my feet wet into like, okay, what's the deeper layer, right? That's my deeper layer right there. It's like, how the fuck are you in federal prison? How are you in federal prison right now? And the opportunity you get to talk on the phone, you're calling the media, telling the media, yo, yeah, having an opinion about where the fuck. I have no opinion. So it's like, what are they, like, you had to have something fucked up and wrong with you to go on this shit in the first place, bro, and start talking and spewing this shit. Or I had a back end theory. I'm like, yo, dude, like, these people are literally, like it might be like a next level Fed type shit. Towards like, bro, in order to get the best deal, I have to say it on the internet first. Can we acknowledge that theory real quick? I'm gonna clip this. Can we acknowledge this theory that people are now going on the internet to snitch, to get a better deal, to beat and to cut the line almost in terms of getting leniency in terms of the states or the federal judicial system? What do you guys think about that? Tell me what you think about that. Are people now, is this a new wave? Right? Because it's like everything has to evolve, right? So it's like you cannot even wait to get arrested first. You have to just give it up right now. You know what I'm saying? So the quicker you give it up, when everyone gets arrested, you're going to get out first. So if Luce Cannon gets out first, Bricc Baby's fucked. You know what I'm saying? Fucked. Unless he's been working. You know what I'm saying? So if Bricc Baby been working, he's probably good. You know what I'm saying? He might duck off in witness protection somewhere. You never hear about Bricc Baby. However, Luce Cannon, they're making an example out of Big U right now. Because, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, these people. But then again, there's a negligence, right? So it's like, bro, I don't blame Big U. If I can get a bag, get a bag. You know what I'm saying? The problem is with the government. How the fuck are you allowing? See, this is my thing. Okay, Big U's a gangster, whatever, okay? Like, on the back end, who the fuck is cutting the check for Big U? So it's like, why isn't that person in fucking prison? Give Big U a pardon. You know what I'm saying? Let him do a couple years. You know what I'm saying? If he killed someone, bro, he should go to jail for life. No questions asked. You killed the person, especially so young. You know what I'm saying? And I get he disrespected you or shit, but bro, this is not 19 or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, everything is recorded. Everything's documented. Like I said, you're already compromised. So it's like, I have no sympathy for a person who wants to like murder because we've come so far. And like, I can acknowledge as a human being, right? Black, white, Asian, whatever. Run the gamut. You know what I'm saying? And I'm acknowledging people who are in like remote areas or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let's just talk about the median for a second, bro. Like we've come so far in society. What is a necessity of like extortion? You know what I'm saying? So it's like almost the roles are reversing towards like those are the bottom feeder like mentalities and like constructs in mind. You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, I'm cool with it. Get rid of these fuckers, dude. I don't want to be extorted. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I like everything brass tacks. Like if everything was brass tacks, no one could profit. So it'd be like a negative deficit. Like it'd be just a negative. It would equal out. So you always have to have someone like losing a little bit or gaining more, right? Which is okay if it's structured properly. If I can profit, that's okay because I contribute to profit. So if I can contribute to profit as well as profit, then the whole system is kind of, making sense. But if I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, pulling guns out, extorting people, telling you, hey, you know what I'm saying, you earn a legitimate income, but let me just come and open this door real quick and put a gun to your head and say, hey, you're going to pay me money a month just because you exist and just because, you know what I'm saying, you come to Cali. Fuck Cali. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit, bro. Like, no, bro, all that territorial shit, it's got to go in the past, bro. This is like, really, you've just been gatekeeping, bro. Okay, cool. The Hollywood's there, bro. So celebrities come there. It's obvious. Appreciate the lick. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. However, who's cutting the check? So Big U's made millions of dollars, right? In terms of what has been exposed. He's first year was like 200,000, then it was like 400,000, and then 500,000 for like 2 years. Then it like went up and then down again or something like that. You got to look at it yourself. But there was if you could plot it on a chart, how much money he received. So it's almost like there was some incentive for him to like extort people almost because he's getting like a decent amount of money, right? 1 year it went down. After that year, it just went fucking bonkers. It went from like in the hundreds of thousands to like 200,000. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm sorry, 2 million. It went into the millions at that point. So it's like someone had to be putting the battery in the back, whether it was Big U that was like, yo, I got this backing. Man, I didn't make enough money last year, so yeah, we're going to hit this hard right now. And then it amped it up, which is plausible. But it's like, dog, this dude's making a lot of money off legitimate people. So it's like, bro, you're all pussies. Wiz Khalifa, if you were paying Big U, you're a pussy. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. I fuck with Wiz, bro. But if you're paying Big U for respect, you're a fucking bitch. You're a pussy, bro. Move to France or some shit. They got Crips in France and shit. Like, enough to come slide. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I don't understand about this. So it's like, that's why, on a tangent. I'm going on a tangent right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm really spitting this shit right now. So there must be some pull to Cali, right? To this origins of the music and entertainment industry that forces you to be in Cali. And then people like Big U can capitalize on the fact that you are forced to be here. If you're going to engage in this type of business, which is like high volume, high gross, you know what I'm saying? High profit, a lot of investment, but like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of return if you can make that hit, right? So if I know that only people go here and exist here and do this and this kind of economy is here, why wouldn't I extort people? So I don't blame a Big U. Who I blame is the people who cut these checks. Who the fuck is giving this dude? First of all, that should be like government risk mitigation. It's like, bro, we're not going to give money to criminals or scammers, regardless. Like, and if you have a fund or some shit, we're gonna go pass the turkeys out. We're gonna buy, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you giving like felons hundreds of thousands of dollars for and not even accounting for it or thinking about it? So it's like, bro, so in my opinion, give him some leniency. Give Big U a little bit of leniency. Like I said, unless he killed that person. If he did that, you know what I'm saying? Once you take human life, you have to be, in my opinion, if you take human life, you got to be ready to give human life, which is yourself. Like, that's my opinion. I've not done that, but it's like how I'm rationalizing it. It's like, bro, you got to be able to just, you know what I'm saying? If you're willing to take it, you have to be willing to give it. Some people are selfish though. That's a problem. They want to do, have their cake, eat it too. They want to murder and then not have a consequence or think it's okay, or you know what I'm saying? Or try to live a normal life after that without repenting or like having some dialogue about why that's wrong. And some people are devoid of that. I understand that, but like, I'm talking about the average person. From now on this channel, I'm speaking to the average person. I'm not speaking to the niche, because I'm the niche. You're the niche. You know what I'm saying? If you're out there listening, but there's an average mass of people that need to hear like the critical details, because that shifts the tone, that shifts the weight of the momentum of, you know what I'm saying? So that's a positive thing. If, like I said, that's why we need people. I'm sorry. That's why we need people like Kanye West, dog. Speak it out. But then also we need a contrarian, someone on the antithesis, on the polar opposite of his argument, to deconstruct it, to then that middle ground is where you achieve the true balance, like where you really want to be, right? Because you don't want to be in some fake box. If the human potential of everything is like within this, and people are explaining and you understand this, that's a problem. Because there's this entire expanse, this differential that you're unaware of. And it's okay to be unaware of if given the choice. Personally, I would rather be fully aware of every extreme of how people's minds operate in every level. Rhetoric, all of these things, every level. You know what I'm saying? What's the farthest level of human depravity? Just to understand it, not to engage in it, but just to know that exists, to have a bullet point, to then have so I can be able to cross-reference. And I think people like get caught in this like small window of life. And I'm a victim too. Everyone's victim to this shit, bro. So it's like the minute we can grab a hold of that and like just keep thinking like ahead and like, just, you know what I'm saying? Keep making these like little instant memories or instant things that we can refer to again tomorrow and the next day and hold to like a morals code, the quicker we'll realize that like, okay, but you can expand that because you have a grasp on the small. If you can have a grasp on the you know what I'm saying, but not to go on a tangent again, but if you are godlike, you know what I'm saying? If you have the mindset, God understands all. Like God has created nirvana. If you believe in, you know what I'm saying, this theology, right? So God created all of the constants, all the constraints, allegedly, apparently, right? You can take it either way. If you don't believe that, cool, whatever. I'm speaking as if. So, however, logically, a logical construct. If God created this existence, he's created all, he or she, whatever it is beyond that, has created all constants, all constraints, all variables, is aware of them, can implement them, act on them, show them, forget them. We do not have that luxury, okay? If we did have that luxury, we don't have the fucking neurons physically. We don't have, that's the crazy part. We don't have enough capacity to understand the God objective, right? However, I think our goal is to try to, you know what I'm saying, push ourselves to like a muscle. Like, yes, of course, we're not going to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Why should we want to be God or think like God? Because that's too much. I want to understand, but what's so you like the craziest part is like, okay, what's the difference between knowing everything and knowing like a small thing very well, which is good. That's what I'm saying. There's degrees to all this. There are people who have a broader understanding of life, who potentially could be like manipulated by people who have a view of life like this, like a tiny little view of life, and that's like an ignorance or like innocence kind of debate. I'm assuming, but like I would place more value in someone who was like ignorant but innocent and like, you know what I'm saying? Like if corrected would change, or just like given the constraint, their little constraints that they live in, they do the right thing. Like that's powerful to me. That if like, you know what I'm saying, you could whittle your life down to like the very bone basics And like, someone could look at it and be like, okay, it's all right. Because you're not out here fucking goats or like cutting heads off of animals and doing blood sacrifice, blood libel type shit with the intention of corruption, the intention of negative implication, impact, connotation. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's the beauty though, because I think God designed us in a way that like that's the gamut. You know what I'm saying? Like the person who is out here just like sticking steadfast to what they believe and like I don't know the objective judgment, but like if they're, you know what I'm saying, not like hurting or not taking or not in proportion. I think it's all about proportion. So if you're not in proportionately taking with malicious, these things are real constructs. The malicious, the positive are all constructs, objective constructs. Like I said, like God created the constraint. So like going back to like loose cannon and shit, bro, it's like, bro, these people literally just getting on the internet, spilling real information. They're in prison. Okay? Still calling. No jumper. Still calling the hotline. Like, because it's a fucking addiction, dude. Like these people are literally so it's like I don't know. I don't have a very solid idea of because I thought it was all jokes and shit, right? Thought it's all jokes. It's all a joke. Everything's funny, right? There's a Rico. People are really getting arrested. People, you know what I'm saying? That I thought were funny on the internet are no longer on the internet. That's an odd scenario, right? That thing would happen very seldomly, like back in the day. You'd hear about it, you know what I'm saying, come through the grapevine. But we're literally living in the day where it's like your favorite person tomorrow could be in the feds or like have some crazy shit that changes everything about what you think about that person, or you never see him again. Because of things they're divulging that are real. Like you think they're all just fun and games. It's not fun and games. Like these people are really, we're in that era. So what about society is beckoning that? You know what I'm saying? What is eliciting that type of, where the people who are really doing this shit, it's not a joke. It's not for fun. These people are really robbing, you know what I'm saying, getting to it. You know what I'm saying? Right or wrong. They're really getting to it. What about them is like inverting that street code? And now it's like total opposite. Like to where the most street dudes are going on the podcast and giving it all up. Just so they can sit in a jail cell and then call again and still try to, you know what I'm saying? Get something out. I don't know what you're trying to get out of it, dog. Like, you need to shut up. Not in a mean way. Loose cannon, just stop talking, bro. Just don't call no one. Just sit down, get a lawyer, and don't speak about these things at all. Just don't talk about it. Like, how hard is that? Everyone else did it back in the day. You know what I mean? But like I said earlier, is this a larger type of precedence being established and set? Is it like I got to get, if I'm going to go on a podcast, I'm going to spill all the beans so that when I do get indicted, I'm already like, yo, dude, you already used, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're already like in good graces almost because you're already, or maybe it's some type of subversion to where they're like, yo, I'm going to go in here and just give it all up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go do my little time real quick and then be bounced out because I already gave it up. I've been working with them. And this was a whole process to like be the sacrificial lamb so that Big U can get arrested. And then we're all going to bounce. We're all going to get out of it. Brick Baby, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Whoever had that agreement prior to. Like, you know what I'm saying? What type of shit? Because I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand it. So if you understand it and you can elucidate, you know what I'm saying? This Caucasian, pale person, you know what I'm saying? About the streets. Because, like, I would hope that, like, you know what I'm saying? Someone else knows more about the shit. Even though I've seen and been around some shit. But, dog, like, you know what I mean? Like, how has it got to this point where it's that obvious? Is my question. How the fuck has it got to this point where it's that obvious? To where it's like, dude, you don't even have to be snitched on. You're snitching on yourself. And, like, bro, I thought it's like you're not supposed to say any of that. You're not. So it's like you got to be working. And if you're not, you're doing it on the back end, trying to be slick, trying to hope maybe get some benefit later, some leniency later. But dude, these people really be weird, bro. And please correct me if I'm wrong. But dude, what's the point? Like, what is the point in just going on and giving it all up? I don't get it. I understand analyzing, but it's like, dude, literally increments of money are accounted for because of your statement. So that's why it's better to shut the fuck up, because you don't know who already said something. They're waiting for you to, small detail. I already said this in another video, bro. I was like, bro, like, Adam 22 doesn't need to do anything. Really, he's actually doing a little bit too much by even like not instigating, but like trying to say anything about this. He really doesn't even need to utter anything out of his mouth, and these people just give it up anyway. So it's like he's just like a sticky platform, honeypot type shit, to where it's like it's indifferent, to where it's like you can come on and you can give a great interview and everything's totally normal and cool, and he'll get those type of people. But at the same time, the trap is ensnared to where it's like, bro, you start talking about anything hot, federal, it's scrutinized. It's already watched. It's already being analyzed. They're already cross-referencing. So, but, in the I didn't even speak about, I could do whole videos on Whack 100, dog. Like, really. Like, this dude is, I like him, though. I like Whack 100. I fuck with Whack 100, bro. Because he just does his shit. And he's really been the most, like, honestly, he's like hit for hit. Whack does not miss. It's probably cop too. It's probably cop. But I'm like, damn, bro, how is all this shit? But to me, it's just like they want to popularize this internet shit and create that trend so that people just give it up. Because we're already giving it up, dude. You don't know how many times I've been like wanting to, like, especially back in the day. Now I don't give a fuck. I just really want to get this YouTube shit cracking, because it's like I see all these whack people like with opinions and getting millions of views, hundreds of thousands of. Give me like 50,000 views, I'm happy. If I had like 30,000 consistent viewers, like, oh, what I'm saying, if on a video, I'd be geeked. You know what I'm saying? Because you're reaching a decent amount of people, and you're not like just like hitting the algorithm cracks or something. You actually, you know what I'm saying? But bro, all these people are just lame as fuck, dude. Like, lame as fuck. And they're all feds probably, bro. All this, it's like, I've been a YouTube like digger, bro. I've been on, you know what I'm saying? I'm 34. So like, I've been on YouTube a minute, like since it started, bro. I had videos uploaded to YouTube the first couple years it was in operation. So it's like, I've been around and seen the transitions to where it's like it used to be to where you couldn't just like search stuff that you liked, right? You couldn't just search some shit and stuff comes up. It's like, because people title their videos differently. All that is like totally dependent on like the user base. So it's like people are titling random shit, doing all this stuff. So you're not like, this whole algorithm thing wasn't really in effect yet. So I'm like, damn, bro, like, it's crazy. Now it's like, you exactly get curated thousands of videos. They suppress videos on YouTube because there's so many videos. Like, there are so many videos on YouTube, they have to, like, not artificially, but like on some level, they have to like let the, pick some or like, allow some, because there's like, dude, if you really just chronologically went through all the videos on YouTube, it's on one topic or one specific thing, you'll find all of them. And you cannot, that's not advantageous to like a company or like a search engine, right? They want like related results and all these things. So, bro, back in the day, it was like you're not doing that. So it's like, now it's like, bro, I could type in like Crip Gang or like No Jumper, blah, 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 blah. Fucking thousands of videos are going to come up with reactions and sub channels. All these things. I love it. It's great. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with it. Sick. But it's like, they're fleshing it out in front of our eyes and like allowing us to be the scapegoat and allowing us to make the mistakes and just sitting back and saying, oh yeah, it's okay. Like Facebook, yeah, it's okay. I'm like, yeah, I can, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we don't do anything, or we don't know what you do. We don't pay attention. Yeah, they do. They literally have a database of a hard drive that theoretically, if you were to plug into it, if you could plug into all the data of Facebook and like just parse through it, you'd be like, oh my God. Like because they fucking built the platform. So going back to Adam 22, you go on that shit, just be ready for, you know what I'm saying? Just be ready for that. Because it's like putting a spotlight on you. Not just like a normal one. Like they're already watching. They're already watching. They're ready. And they want to, you know what I'm saying? And Adam could probably bring on 10 different guests. But if the feds are like, yo, dude, I got one guy. Okay? It's some serious shit. And there's dead people. All this type of stuff. Gives them a whole like little sob, you know, a little story or whatever. So, oh shit, okay. Well, all you got to do is ask one question and tell him he was here. Get him to, say this. Man, you could be watching months of No Jumper and nothing of relevance until one moment. That is overlooked. Instead of putting someone in a room or something. That's all it takes to just, okay, bet. But just so happens Luce Cannon and all these people just fucking give it all up. Yeah, I got 40,000 from him, Meek Mill, Rick Ross. Bro. Not smart. Very not smart. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Free them. You know what I'm saying? Except they commit murders. Because you got, like I said, you got like I said, you gotta be ready body for body. If I take a life, I'm ready for my life to be taken. In my eyes. In a just objective system, right? You can't be a bitch like that, pussy like that. If you're gonna do something, you better be ready for that exact opposite. To come rebound like a rubber band, like snap back on you. People who don't think like that are just risk takers and they really have no foresight. You know? I like to think in like concepts and like concrete type shit. So it's like, I like to cement an idea and like believe it. Believe in it is like an effigy. So it's like, if you want to die on that hill, you construct that hill, bro. Your moral compass, your code, whatever it is that you believe in, you know? Die on that shit. Like, that's my advice. All these other people are not going to tell you anything. I'm saying build your own hill, okay? Die defending it. Regardless. Because how minuscule, like, you know what I'm saying? There's all these little things we can just pick apart and analyze about this life and reality. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, bro, people are literally in jail, in federal prison, being like, yo, dude, I want to call No Jumper and tell some more. Let me tell some more. Let me further implicate, further add context. Like, what? See, that shit blows my fucking mind, bro. And I'm just like, I cannot support that. And it's like, you know, it's almost insult to injury. It's like Vlad, Adam, Ack, Traplo, Ross, they all like convene in one day. It's like, oh yeah. Why are they all, you know what I'm saying? It's not normal, dude. Because they're fucking feds, dude. They gotta be, bro. They gotta be. So it's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have an interview and talk about it and further blow it up. Like Vlad TV has interviewed Brick Baby, interviewed Big U, interviewed Whack 100, interviewed all these people. Yet he doesn't have like the decency or respect. You know what I'm saying? If my homie gets arrested or something, I'm not gonna try to just like gaslight and blow the situation up unless I want to inflict harm on that person, bro. Unless I want him to get arrested or she get arrested. So it's like, you can't, that's why like Adam pisses me off a little bit because it's like, bro, you just obfuscate and you just slip around like a snake. You're a snake. But when you have no emotions and no feedback systems, I'm sure there's no such thing as like a mistake or anything. It's just like a thing that's like feelingless. That's why you could give your wife up, let her get fucked because you don't feel anything from it. That's probably the real thing. And then my last live, I said that he gets off on that. I actually don't think that. I think he just doesn't even have feelings for it. So it's like, oh yeah, just like, yeah, fuck my wife, kill my wife, beat my wife. I don't care. It only makes him mad for like a specific reason or something. Like it's not the reason you're thinking it is. It's like, bro, like you just don't feel, you know? So, you know, like, let me ask you, if you could sit across from someone allegedly. Imagine if you're friends, you're really friends, you're not like subverting this person. You think you're really cool with this dude for months and months and months and months, a year. You talk and converse, engage in conversation, engage in, you know what I'm saying, a recorded video event. You know what I'm saying? You're creating this thing that's happening. And then out of nowhere, like when you get arrested, like they don't care and they just keep running content about it and just keep like blowing it up and say, hey guys, yeah, bricc baby, loose cannon. Like, bro, you're blowing the spot up. Yeah. Okay, they got arrested, but it's like you don't got to go to that level and can keep doubling down and saying, oh, yeah. Like, bruh, that's how I know it's intentional. It's like you don't give a fuck. Either you're devoid of the emotion, okay, that would provide you a feedback response to have some type of moral dilemma about that situation, feel bad about it, or that's your intention from the beginning, or you're devoid of it. There's like a couple options, 3, 4 options. So I don't like that. I don't think we should support people like that. I think No Jumper, you know, seemed like a nice platform before and provided a good service and a good platform for a while. It was very entertaining, very, you know what I'm saying? It had a lot of shit, a lot of breaking artists, a lot of things, very relevant things that people are going to look back on in, you know, the next 15 to 20 years. And they're going to utilize No Jumper and cite that and reference it. How many people has he had on this platform? You know what I'm saying? Little crossovers, little type of things. And, you know, so you can't take that away from him. However, there was a devious intention, a devious plot the entire time. Whether that was like found out along the way or it was like the goal from the beginning. You can only do shit for so long before it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, why are you saying that? Why are you talking about this all the time? Why do you want me to say gay shit? Why do you want me to incriminate myself? That's not what a friend would do. A friend would not do that. A real friend would want you, a real friend would like make up some bullshit to muddy the story if we're on live together, or check the person that's bringing up these accusations or allegations. However, if you murder someone or you fuck with little kids, please out it. You know what I'm saying? There's no, you know what I'm saying? You could be my best friend. If you're piddle dicking with things that are not, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be piddle dick with, man, get rid of them right now. Right now. If my fucking dad did some shit like that, get rid of him. There's no excuse. So it's like, that's not the problem. But it's like, bro, how can you sit there and just bait people like that? You know what I'm saying? You just like set up a sticky trap for people to get fucked on. And it's like, you're just going to say, oh, I don't do anything. I don't know anything about it. Oh, yeah. My wife gets fucked. I do porn. Bro, this is the funniest thing about Adam, bro. It's like, bro, imagine being like so lame. Like, he probably gets, you know what I'm saying? He's probably got bitches and shit, you know what I'm saying? But, like, bro, you got to, like, buy your way into porn. Like, Adam had to buy his way into porn, kind of. He had to give his wife up. He had to offer, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, no one wants to watch you fucking fuck anyone, bro. So it's like, you just kind of, like, put yourself in the way of something. You're like, oh, yeah. And, like, enough people, like, didn't really care about it or just, like, were indifferent or whatever, you know, and just went along with it. So it's like, bro, it's like hilarious. Like, that's how you know he's fucked up, bro. It's like he's super narcissist. This guy's like a super narcissist, you know, he's devoid of emotions. All these things has to be, bro. Because it's like, bro, you're not that cool, okay? Like, you're kind of just like an average dude, okay? But, like, yeah, if I had millions of dollars too, and, you know what I'm saying, you think these bitches want to fuck you? You think these bitches really want to fuck you? Get rid of your money. That's the ultimate test, bro. So, like, are you a person? He's not. But some bitches are cold as fuck and that they like that type of dude. Cool. They'll find that. But it's like, bro, really? You think all these people are like, you know, it's almost predatory, in my opinion. So it's like, not only is he predatory in like the pornography way, where he's like, okay, yeah, like I just kind of forced my way into this and just kind of like stepped into the way of this momentum and just forced this out of nowhere. Like I'm just gonna start doing porn with my wife and we're just gonna do it and blah blah blah. And this whole arc with that, it's like, dog, you just set people up. So it's like you don't care about yourself, you don't care about your wife, you don't care about anything really. So you sound devoid. So it's like you sound lost. Like people like that seem lost. Like he seems lost. He sits there thinks he expresses this air of him, right? Where he's like, oh yeah, I'm content, I'm happy, I'm this and that. It's like, bro, you don't really know. And he's devoid. So it's like, bro, you don't value your wife anyway. So you can't even put yourself in that shoes to be like, okay, because you can't even imagine that. That's why it doesn't make sense. That's why, his lifestyle kind of is very shocking to people that he would allow that or do that. But it's like, bro, some level you gotta be like, yo, dude, like, you're fucking weird, bro. Separate from the porn, bro, you're indicting your homies. You're getting your homies indicted. So it's like, yeah, I'm not really into it, bro. I'm not into it. And yeah. So yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of fucked up, but if you fuck with the message and the overall kind of, blurtings, subscribe, bro.